Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do your monthly tarot horoscopes for everyone for the sign of Aquarius with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Aquarius. I am back using a Shadowscapes deck, a new Shadowscapes deck, which I got recently, and I was really excited to start recording again with this deck. This is by Stephanie Moon Law, and it is a pretty much brand new deck. So I'm going to lay out a spread. I want to see what's going on for the energies for Aquarius. For the month of May, I'm recording for the month of May, but I mentioned in some of my earlier videos this year that I want people to have an open mind with these. I want people to see these as kind of being more timeless and seeing these as not locked in, to the energies. You may feel this right away when you're watching. You may feel it later. Definitely go back and watch the video again towards the end of the month. You may find something that you missed. So again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Aquarius. And I'm just going to lay out a little spread here and see what we got for you guys. And this is again for the month of May. Okay. So, and I may or may not show the cards, guys, just so you know. I'm just going to kind of read it. I feel like there's actually, at the center of the reading, what I call the heartbeat of the reading, there's two strong relationship cards. Now, for those of you who are not in a relationship, to me, it's like what you want the most. You honestly want a relationship very much. It's what is closest, nearest, and dearest to your heart. Now, someone may also have the hots for you, wink, or someone may also really be in love with you too, because we have the Ten of Cups, which I always call the sex card. That's the Ten of Cups, and it is crossed by the Lovers. And the Lovers is, to me, the best card in the deck, although Lovers in reverse is the best card in my deck. So, at the center, I just feel like if especially if you're single, there may be someone who really loves you, and it could be genuine love, where we're talking like, it could also, like somebody really thinks you're amazing. I'm getting the feeling that this is also friends or family. I know that like people don't want to hear that when I'm talking about relationships, but it could be, for those of you who are single, somebody in your family or somebody very close to you really loves you, really supports you. I definitely feel like those of you who are in a couple, this is your partner. And I actually feel like all is well with that. Some of you too, you have this weird thing happening with the perspective issue. It's almost like there's too much focus on what's going on with you, not as much focus on what's going on around you for some of you. And then it's switched. Like, it actually could be too much focus on like what's going on around, where there's all these crazy things happening and not really enough focus on yourself. So, I would say take what resonates there for you that are watching. I definitely feel like, because we have the Five of Cups in the recent past, which is, I always ask how much longer is it going to be? When is it going to happen? When's my ship going to come in? When am I going to have a relationship? And it's connecting with the Lovers card. It does feel some of you are a little bit like, how much longer is it going to be before I get married, before I get pregnant, before I meet Mr. or Mrs. Right? Some of you maybe have been waiting for some time for that ship to come in, and maybe it's just been frustrating for it not to come in. It's possible that that's what's happening for some of you. Not everyone, but for some of you. I also feel like some of you are a little bit, I want to say, frazzled. I'm an Aquarius, so I resonate with this card very much right now. My hair is a little bit wild. The Ten of Wands to me is just like being overwhelmed, overburdened with so much stuff going on. This is responsibilities. This can be people calling you. This can be, stuff with having to do with housing, too many bills, too much responsibilities, too many kids, too many, hands in the fire. This is like, I definitely feel like someone who's watching has like multiple jobs and they're working themselves to death. I definitely feel like some Aquarius out there has that going on. And if you don't have that going on, I feel like that's the way you're going. Like, I feel like you have, the outcome is the Two of Pentacles, and I feel like that's how things are going to end up, especially towards the end of May. Does it mean that's the only thing that's happening for you, Aquarius? No, I feel like that's not the only path. I feel like some of you have some decisions to make. You got the Justice card. Some of you, it's relationship decisions. You're trying to figure out if you want to stay or go in a relationship. The Justice card, though, those of you who are single, maybe trying to decide something, trying to figure something out is possible. Hang on just one second. Okay, so I'm back. So yeah, like, I think it's a Beyonce song, something about being crazy right now. Crazy right now. Song that's obviously not, I'm not Beyonce. Okay, guys, just so you know. So yeah, somebody could be acting crazy. You could be acting a little bit crazy. Things could be just feeling a little bit crazy for some of you. Again, this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands crowning is like the weight of the world on your back. It's like on your head, and like literally Aquarius can have a lot of like worry and like carrying other people's problems, carrying the weight of other people. Mind your energy in the sense of where it is going, and if it's not your responsibility, forget it right now. Like, don't do it right now. If you don't have to do something, if you can simplify your schedule, if you can simplify your life, that's my advice. Simplify. Month of May is not a time for taking on more than you can chew. That's what I want to say. Do not bite off more than you can chew, financially or otherwise. And I would, financially speaking, just be very careful with your spending. I don't see, there's a specific card that I usually see if people are like kind of spending. I don't see that happening. I'm not saying that you're going to spend a lot in May. I actually feel like you're maybe trying to figure out how to pay your bills or how to actually, so I don't feel like you're going out on a shopping spree. But what I do feel like is like you need to conserve. That's what I feel like. You need to conserve your energy. You need to conserve your time. And I feel like your willingness to take on other people's problems or carry the burden, the financial burden alone is very admirable. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it per se, but it's just not really, it just feels very heavy. That's what I want to say. So some of you do need to lighten your spiritual load. And that means clearing your energy, working on your energy. Some of you, especially if you're older, to me, this is baggage. To me, this is hooks, cords, attachment, problems, situations, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, ex-girlfriends, whatever. That's, kids, child support things, all kinds of stuff that's really blown your energy to bits. Like, to me, this is like having gone through a lot, and, you're still kind of fighting and still kind of working on it, and robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. And it's just like, this, to me, this is the energy of kind of like what I was talking about. And I think for you, Aquarius, this is what I was talking about with the negative entities, which is what I said in my video, my update video of what's going on with the energy right now. I feel like this is where you need to say no. This is not happening to me again. This is not what I signed up for. And abundance, you can have all the abundance in the universe. It's all available to you. Say no to that. Say no to it. Everybody needs to exercise their free will, like really strongly, and don't buy into this bullshit. And I'm seeing specifically, I don't know, to me it's an Aquarius. It's just, I feel like you know what you're doing. I feel like you're taking on more than you can chew because it's a thing of pride, or it's you kind of like the drama, or there's something about, and you may have some Libra in your chart too. Like this is to me, my guide is showing a couple of people that, that I'm thinking of that in some way bring this on themselves. Now, not everyone is going to do that. Like, I feel like specifically though, like some of you have just had like a rough time in relationships. It's been rough. To me, it's like there's all these like rough edges, and you know, you may have had a rough history, a rough past. Some of you have brought some of it on yourself. Some of you have made some poor choices. I definitely feel like there's that there showing up. Does that mean it's your fault or that I'm blaming you? No, but own the fact that you're carrying all this responsibility. Own the fact that that's what you got, and try to figure out how to lighten that load, whether it's spiritually, whether it's emotionally, whether it's like, okay, you have 5 kids already and you're like, okay, we need to figure out how to get on, you know, how to get on some kind of plan where we simplify things, you know, and not create more havoc, because I feel like there's, to me, eventually this girl's gonna snap. There's a breaking point. Everyone reaches a breaking point. And I don't want to see that for you, Aquarius. So, you know, you may have already suffered an emotional breakdown. To me, it's a card of an emotional breakdown, not being able to really continue to carry the burden. And all I want to say is that the Aquarius has the ability to have such a really strong, like, inner strength. That in some way Aquariuses don't know their own strength. So you need to work on digging deep, figuring out what your strengths are, figuring out what your weaknesses are, and use those. That's what I want to say there. Now, moving on. We have the Devil card in the immediate future. To me, this is like someone with an addiction problem. If you've been dealing with someone with an addiction problem, that is them. If you have had an addiction problem, that is you. Some of you are, to me, I'm seeing the Devil card more of like, and again, this is like energy that I don't like, in the sense that the negative entities want us to feel this way, enslaved. Like, it's to me a card about enslavement. It's feeling like you can only live paycheck to paycheck and you can only afford so much. And it's very much limiting and binding and just like terrible. And it's not healthy for the Aquarius energy. So for those of you who are living paycheck to paycheck or have struggled before with money, I feel like you really need to break free of that, either that mentality, or ask for more, or find a way to get more, in the sense that, like, if you're only getting a certain amount of wages and you need more to live, you need to find a way to get to that next level. So I definitely feel like some of you financially are kind of hanging on by a thread. And I pulled several other cards that I actually think that in some way, it's the Devil card is actually modified by these other beneficial cards. I do feel like in some way, for some of you, it's only a temporary thing. It's like only temporary enslavement. You're going to have your freedom again. You're going to feel like free from worry, because you have, and I'm getting a tingle on that, because you have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords to me is about freedom from worry, sleeping again at night, feeling a sense of relief, feeling like, yeah, just feeling like you don't have to worry so much. Some of you, there is a love of money. There's a serious love of money, and either that, or there's some money that you're going to get, which is a large sum of money, and I say large sum, which in some way is going to free you. Some of you believe that the only way to freedom is that large sum of money, and that's not true. I actually believe that for you, self-empowerment. My guide said self-empowerment. For most of you, it's self-empowerment. Asking for more, going and getting it, breaking the glass ceiling, whatever it is you have to do in order to climb, to get ahead, in some way to get better wages. And here's another thing. You can tell I'm very passionate about this right now, is I am so impassioned right now about the wage. I feel like it's a wage crisis in the United States. And I actually think I might do a video about this because it makes me so sick and makes me so I'm so impassioned, because what's happened is that the cost of housing has skyrocketed and it's out of control, and the wages have not changed. So I was comparing in different cities what the wages are compared to housing, and it's ridiculous. There's no way for a person who's been who's had, say, a regular job. I'm just going to say a regular job because I don't want to pigeonhole anybody here. A regular job to actually, unless their employer pays them more, to keep up with the housing. There's and I think that's the goal of, to me, it's total enslavement. It's the goal. It's really the goal of the larger power players, to keep America enslaved. Because if we're enslaved, then we're not empowered. If we're not empowered, then we feel depressed, we get anxious, we feel like we're not sleeping, and we're not able to manifest anymore, and we lose our faith, and we suffer, and there's no need for it. And I just think that I think there needs to be some kind of movement where everybody sort of starts to get on board and understand there's a housing crisis, number one, and there's a wage crisis, number two. I think wage crisis is first and foremost. But after having moved so many times because my wages could not keep up with my housing costs. And I do live alone, but I have had roommates, and it's the same. It's the same regardless of your situation. Even if you're married and there's dual incomes, it's still the same, and you're making a good income. It's still, everybody is still, the wages are not increasing to match the housing. That's still there. It's not it's different if you're in a relationship and you have a partner. So I definitely have that little sidetrack thing. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I don't really want to go too political, but I guess I've gone a little bit too political here in this reading, but I am really impassioned about it. I am. So I don't know why, but anyways, you do have the Six of Cups coming in from the outside. I do like that. Okay, I will say this is very positive. I do like it. In the sense that money is flowing in. Money is flowing in. I do feel like for some of you, there's this weird pocket of time where, either you're going to come to some disagreement with a person, or you're going to feel like, I don't know, I want to say somebody's not hearing you, where you feel like disconnected, or you get into some kind of irreconcilable different situation with a partner, or it could be in a workplace too. There's a very strong career feel here for this reading. So, it's a pocket of time, and then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which I love. Okay, it just kind of popped out in reverse, and I love this because this is your freedom. To me, this is I call it the Aretha Franklin card, the freedom card, and it's the card about literally breaking free from any kind of restrictions, feeling whether you're mentally restricted or otherwise. Some of you have, and I do feel like some of you, it's breaking free from a toxic situation. I definitely feel like some of you, it's a toxic situation, especially if there's any kind of cheating or, partner situation where there's cheating. I feel like breaking away, breaking out of it, moving, getting out of it. I definitely feel like if you have a partner, for some of you, they've been cheating and you're going to catch them. I don't necessarily feel like you're going to, for some of you, I definitely feel like you're going to catch them. But for some of you, it's not about catching them. I just feel like some of you, it's like having to deal with this kind of energy. Like, to me, it's like, I feel like you're going to put a stop. This is what I want to say. Stop to this level, this toxic energy. And you're going to start down like a new path. I definitely feel like there's like a pocket. I call it a pocket where there's like several cards that are coming in. I do feel like some of you don't have the positive energy coming in. There's not enough positive energy. This is energy from outside people, people around you, people at work, people in the family that are sending you negative energy. To me, this is also a sequence of events. So it is not just that. It can be just like a sequence of events. To me, it's a domino effect where it's like some of you are, and this could happen in May, could happen later, about to go through a sequence of things where there's seriously toxic energy and you're going to have to overcome it. To me, it's a domino effect. I feel it is more for people who have, my guide said something to lose, which to me it's like a partner. I will say what I don't feel. I don't feel like it's any kind of job loss for those of you who are worried about that. I mean, that could be, but I don't think that's what it is. Some of you may quit a job, but it would be towards the end of May, early June if you were to quit. I feel like it's just more like negative energies, and I'll just leave it at that are trying to have give you like a rash of crap. Essentially, it's like the universe is sending you a rash of crap and you're gonna have to deal with it. And to me, it's a little bit of a shit show. And for those of you who are in a relationship and you're about to go through that, I apologize. It's not fun to go through. But I definitely feel like you're going to get through it. I don't feel like it's a long time or a domino effect that lasts a long time. To me, it's just a bunch of negative energy. Those of you who may feel like you're suffering from what I would call like a blockage, you're going to want to I would want to take a look at specifically your family members. Who in your family is blocking you? To me, that's what I see here. Family members blocking you. Not getting the love, not feeling love from them, or from others, or from. Now, some of you have a very loving family, so this is going to be for some of you. But if I don't see positive cards, then it's sort of like you're not, and I used to see this a lot for Aquarius. Aquarius can feel not loved and supported. And I definitely feel like there's this pocket of time, maybe in May, could be a week or so, where there's you feeling like just not loved and supported. So, but I feel like it's not going to last. I definitely feel like there's jealousies, people who are jealous of you, for what you have. And maybe they want what you have. Maybe some of them are jealous of you at work specifically. Aquarius can really bring out the jealousy in other people. And I'm not sure why that is. Aquarius are very confident and very self-assured people. But it's sort of like when you get to know an Aquarius, they're not really judgmental. They're very detached in their observations. And so it's sort of like, it's kind of pointless to be jealous because an Aquarius would give you, if they could, whatever it is that you're jealous about, so I don't know. It's very interesting. Those of you who are looking for a job, I feel like just before you totally give up like before that happens, like, and I would tell you not to give up, but just before you totally give up, I feel like you're going to get a job. I feel like it's going to come through. And to me, there's some element of paranoia or desperation with trying to get a job, but I definitely feel like it's going to come through. There's something about a job that's about, you know, it's like about to come through, but you being so terrified that you're not going to get it or you're not going to have it is blocking it too. I will tell you that. So after that though, I definitely feel like if you do get a new job, it's going to give you more like of a sense of emotional peace, because you do get the 8 of Cups. So, and to me, the job card is the 6 of Wands, one of the job cards. So, I do see that. Anyways, I'm going to leave it off here, guys. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. If you'd like a private reading, check out my website, oracledaphne.com. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.